welcome all. So I'm starting the readings for the full moon eclipse in Sagittarius. It's going to be a very, very intense few days around that. Maybe some of you feel it already. Then there are a few planets right now in retrograde, so there's going to be a lot of like ups and downs, right? So yep, I feel it. I feel it also because this is going to be my last reading here in Israel. I'm going to go back to Europe next week on the 3rd. That's why I'm doing these reading a little earlier, but of course I will post them like 2 days before the full moon. So, and I feel it, I really feel it, because I'm packing and I'm moving, and I'm not like moving forever, but it's like each time when I leave I feel. And this time I'm leaving and I don't know what's gonna be out there, really, like on the airport and with all the constrictions. And, you know, I'm just gonna be accepting what is, right? I'm just gonna be in my center, and that's really what we want to become, centered. Because this eclipse in Sagittarius is creating an honest world. This is where we look at how can we find the truth. Now the truth has many facets, has many way of looking at it, right? Depending of, I'm sitting here and I see like a 6 drawn here, and you sit there and you see a 9. So you say it's a 9, and I say no, it's a 6, and no, you say it's a 9, and it's both are right, right? If there is right and wrong, there's never really right and wrong. There's just this moment. And Sagittarius is a very angelic kind of figure. In the traditional tarot deck, I'm gonna see if I find the Sagittarius right now. Is that, yeah, here. Is that guardian angel that we actually have over us, and it means temperance, right? So this is the classical picture of Sagittarius, temperance. And as you can see, he has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on earth, meaning he is balancing between these dualities. Now what's going to happen is that we are finding a minimalistic lifestyle appealing again, like we downsizing. And this is what I feel right now, packing. I'm looking at all these things that I have, and I'm like, do I really need this? No. Does this feel like quality? No. Does this feel like a person made it and was enjoying making it? No. So I get rid of it, right? So right now, while I'm packing, I'm looking at my things, and I'm like noticing, I'm like, I don't, no, yes, okay, no. So I'm noticing this is like what's coming up. Like I'm going deeper. I'm already buying organic, fair trade. I really looking at everything that I do right now in the most honest eyes, right? My eyes are like literally looking at everything like, okay, what was happening here where it was made? I'm not just like, oh, it's a product, and oh yeah, I buy it, right? So just so that you know what's going to come up to you, right? We're reducing stuff, right? And I saw this quote, or saw this like video, and he said, if the industry is collapsing within these 8 weeks, then we really only must have bought garbage, right? For something to fall apart, like we all of a sudden become like aware of like what's necessary to me. What do I really need? Do I need 20 pair of shoes? No, I need one good pair of shoe that I can walk in, maybe one with a heel that's classic that I can wear to every outfit, right? A sandal, a sneaker, and a boot, right, for the winter. And it's like I kind of like trying to do the number 10, because of the 10 cards, right, we have as like that 1 to 10 life like cycle, and try to have like 10 shoes, 10 pants, 10 t-shirts, 10 jackets, 10 bags, like just minimalize, right? So just to give you an idea a little bit what's happening. So this is my picture for the Sagittarius. It's the forward bend. It's like coming into the absolute union of you connecting the lower self with the higher self, right? And also one foot in water, one foot on the ground. But here it's like I'm connected to this lotus that rises through the muck, rises through the subconscious into the light, right? I'm not finished yet with the picture. I'm like still working on some details, but when I take the picture for the video, it will be done, right? But so right now you get the idea of, this is for me the Temperance card, right? And also like connecting it to a yoga pose, right? So this is your own guardian angel, like when you go deep within and realize what is really going on, right? And you breathe here in this like sometimes even difficult pose for some people. The hamstrings are not open yet, and it's like there's a lot going on, right? So yeah, so that's the pose for me for this eclipse, right? And I decided to do the reading a little bit different. I usually start with the sign that's happening, and right now I want to just see which one of the players are coming first, and this is how I'm going to do the reading, right? Putting it a little bit lower so you can see what's coming out. So I just want to like change it up a little, right? So it becomes also interesting for you, but also for me. I want to, since I just started this, right? I do reading for a long time, but on a public level, this is pretty new, right? So I hope you enjoy it. And I also want to thank all the subscribers that already subscribed to my channel. I think it's like now I'm 35 people. That's the number 8, infinity, right? Each time I'm like so loving it, and I am so grateful for the trust, right, that you're placing in me and subscribing, because I love it, right? So let's see, right, in the order. They're coming out. That's how I'm going to do the reading. Okay. Oops, there they come. Okay. All right, now I cannot shuffle with 2 cards. That's a little difficult, so I will put them one after the other. Boom, boom. There we go, right? So this is the order that I'm going to do the reading. So one more time, some of you ask me, what is this like? I'm not like, someone said like, okay, something weird with the court cards, like, and the sign, right? So when you see a reading from someone else, right, and let's say the Knight of Swords comes up, right, I will actually put it down below in the description. I will explain the dates in there so they stay there, so that you can always look when your court card comes up, or when a court card comes up from someone like, you know, coming into your life. So the Knight of Swords is actually from the 10th of May to the 9th of June, right? So if you're born there, that's your card, right? Which is completely different from then the major arcana. The major arcana is really the astrological zodiac sign date, right? From the time that it's being published everywhere, right? But the court card, they variate a little bit, because we have no pages in there. It's only the knight, the king, and the queen, right? Those are like the major characters divided in the time frame that I'm gonna post down below. Okay, good. So this is the reading that I'm gonna do, right? So I have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups. So a lot of action first, right? The Knight of Swords, a lot of knights. Actually, all the knights, they're like came together. Then the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, King of Cups, King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, right? This is how I'm going to do the reading. This is very interesting, right? So all the knights, all the messenger, right? So there is a big message coming to us, and I'm really looking forward to each of you, what the message is going to be on this like full moon eclipse in Sagittarius, right? For sure the angels are watching over us. For sure the angels are going to help us to go deeper and find a solution and find the light even through this darkness, right? This is what the lotus flower does. She is reaching up and she is finding the light no matter what. That's what plants do. All right, okay, so thank you so much for watching. Namaste. Welcome, Aries. You are number 6 that I pulled from the court cards, and this is you, right? Remember, you're the Queen of Wands, and if you're born between the 12th of March to the 9th of April, this is your court card, okay? So I'm gonna put you here. And we have full moon in Sagittarius and an eclipse in this Sagittarius, and it means we are going to have some angel guidance coming to us. And remember, the yoga pose is the full forward bend, Paschimottanasana, going deep, bowing down, releasing. You particularly, right? You're like a head person, you're Aries, you even go with your head through the wall. Allow to let go, right? Allow a higher intelligence to take over, the same way this flower trusts, where is the light? I follow the light, right? And goes through the dark up into the light. So this is kind of the theme for you, my dear Aries. Now, you come in from the Hierophant. Hierophant is Taurus. Maybe there's a Taurus in your life that influence. Maybe you have an ascendant. Your ascendant is Taurus, right? You just check if you feel like. But Taurus is also mostly the organized religions, that the structures that climbing up into the spiritual, right? That it's like always shows us there's this ladder system, and I feel the ladder is not going up. It's more like when you throw a stone into a lake, the ripples that come out, are rather, I see it rather like this, you know, it's not like there's a hierarchy, I can go up and you're down there, right? It doesn't feel right. It feels like, how close are you to the first ripple, or even to that moment when the stone fell into the water? How close are you every minute, every second to this present moment? And the further out the ripples go, the bigger the circle gets. And the further out you are, far away from what actually really happened. So you don't really know what really happened. And since this full moon is revealing the truth and an honest world that wants to come to us, that's really, this is what this full moon is showing us, right? And in the center you have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is that moment the stone fell into the water, is that moment of this higher consciousness that you are witnessing, or you're about to start to understand, because you have the Hangman crossing this Ace of Cups. And as you can see, the Hangman really is almost there in that realization of, I get it, right? The stone that fell into the lake, it's this you're in the last bit of understanding the spiritual awareness of the present moment. And there comes true love, which was the seed we planted in Gemini, in the new moon of Gemini, the seed of true love. So you will realize something profound on this full moon. Your immediate past is you as a major arcana. So there is something happening to you, Aries. There is something very powerful shifting within you. The Emperor, right? Sitting here in his chair, which is Mars, and playing the game and being the King of the Kings. This is your sign showing up in your own reading, meaning, so this is really, really for you. And you've been strong, and something shifted. This is below you, this is your ground, and you're attending the ground. You're seeing the earth, you're seeing the worth of what it means to put attention to a seed, right? So maybe you've been really now meditating on each full and each new moon and starting to notice these shifts. Now, still what's above you is the Five of Swords, which is still this competitive thinking, right? You love to win. It's in your blood, it's in your nature. You are, right? You are the emperor, and you love to win. But there's no winning and no losing, really. Of course, if you play a game, yeah, well, who, you know, the one who won. But in the deeper realization, you start becoming aware of that this is competitive. And yes, a certain competitiveness is good for us, but let it not get into your head. Like let it not get you way down thinking, oh, okay, I lost. Because I mean, here, obviously, even though you think you won, but it doesn't feel like right? And then what's beautiful here in your reading is that the Page of Swords is coming, and he's this young, new kind of thinking, fresh, right? He's like in his book, submerged in the ideas, in a new way of creating this new paradigm, creating this new shift. And totally immersed. And it's beautiful because it shows that you will be realizing a lot in this full moon, right? So here is your answer to this. Like, stop thinking of, oh, did I win? Did I lose? No, I'm going into a whole nother direction. I'm going to create a new paradigm for myself. I am one of the players because you are the player. Right? Okay, so I'm gonna give you an oracle for your meditation, what it is that you feel you have to focus on. Number 49, that's the number 13 and 4. Here it is. Here's the card. I'm gonna blend it in, place it here. Okay, the essence. Soul retrieval is a practice that helps you recover a part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, or your innocence that you have lost. At first, we'll use soul retrieval to recover from our hurts and heal our childhood wounds. Later, we learn to journey to recover our original nature. That self that never left the Garden of Eden, who still speaks to rivers, to the trees, and to God. When we return to Eden, we are whole again. Ace. The invitation of this card. You are no longer fragmented. You are one with creation. You have healed the cause of the pain you feel, so you do not need to dwell on it any longer. Really, it's true. If you are still hovering over an old wound, find a new flight path. Don't be distracted with the little stuff you've already mastered. Go for the big one, the journey back to Eden. Wow, beautiful, right? So, very clearly, the Ace of Swords, you will find back this true love, this true self-love, right? And it's almost there, right? You're hanging in there. Do inversions again, or learn how to do Scorpio. It's a very, very intense pose. One of the most intense inversions there is. So see, and of course, Hangman is like hanging in there, right? For me, it's Scorpio. Maybe there's a Scorpio in your life, right? So this is the soul retrieval. You will find out of that fragmented self, right, that I need to win no matter what. Even if I lose friends or family, I need to be right. I need to win. No. You're going to shift on a tremendous level, and you're going to heal so that you can be with this true love, right? That is almost there, right? Remember that moment the stone drops into the lake. This is like an epiphany. You're gonna realize that's it. Going inwards, soul retrieval, forward bend, bend down, bow down, to earth, bow down to earth, doing the work. Know that you're protected when you do that work. Beautiful. The butterfly, right? This is like the cocoon, getting out of, free yourself, liberate yourself, right? Open up, open your heart to the love, to this new love. Thank you for watching, Aries. I wish you a wonderful new moon meditation. Namaste.